Welcome back to another biking video on doing stuff and filming it. This video was originally going to be a sort of workshop slash showroom walk around that was is an idea suggested to me by one of my viewers in the comments section. I call this the showroom because I don't actually do that much work in here, although as you can see it is kitted out with most of my tools. Unfortunately, however, despite 7 years that I've lived here and done nothing with this shed, for some reason in the last 3 weeks, this has happened. I literally never come down here until I started building this. And this has never happened. 7 years and in the space of 3 weeks, all of this. I did have my work smock hanging here, and it was furry. It's in the wash as we speak, having on like a 60-degree 3-hour wash. So I can't be working in here like this. I don't really want to put my bikes in here in case the mould gets on them, you know, ruin all the seat and all the soft furnishings, you could say. It's ruined my picture as well, whatever. Yeah, it needs a lick of paint to begin with. First things first though, all this shelving, all this wiring and all the electrical stuff that I've put in, all needs to come out. My rubber floors, that's several days worth of work that I've got to undo now. Right, may as well make a start. I'm not going to time lapse it because it just bulks out a video. I'll just update you as time goes on. So, not time lapse, I suppose, time jump? Yeah, we'll go with that. Time jump. See you in a bit. Well, it's coming along. That's one wall done. I'm kind of deliberately doing a rough job of it because I just want to get this done so I can get back to working on my bike. So, like there's normally a shelf. I can't be bothered to go and find my fine paintbrushes, but I'm not going to be able to see it by the time I put the shelf back. I did get a bit on the floor, so I've painted the floor. So, I mainly just want it to look sort of okay in the background of future videos, so I really don't care that much. I should have this done by the time it gets dark. Muffin, as always, is being helpful. As you can see by the side of her, she really wanted to get between me and the wall and squeeze down. What's the matter, Muffin? Are you feeling a bit blue? Who's a good girl? You know that's not coming off. You're going to be blue for a long time, right? Fucking ridiculous animal. Right, one wall down, got the ceiling and the other 2 walls to do. So, oh, actually, let's tell a lie. I suppose that counts as 2 walls, doesn't it? 1 1/3 walls. Let's carry on. It looks like I have an audience. One of my neighbours, I believe next door but 3 or 4, has 2 of them, a male and a female. I believe that to be the female because the male's already developed his tail. You know, peacocks like to display it. I don't know what the actual term for it is. Haven't seen them for a while. I assumed that they were indoors keeping warm or something. Don't know where the other one is. I normally see them as a pair. Hope nothing's happened to him. Anyway, crack on with it. There we go. She's done. Not the best paint job I've ever done, but like I say, that's not really what I'm aiming for. I kind of like that it's a bit rough around the edges. It's going to be a workshop. I mean, I call it the showroom, but it's going to be a workshop. Yeah, now I just need to put all this shit back. Right, I think I'm about there. Managed to get all the shit off the floor, brought everything out, and I've now put the floor back in. The rubber or rubberized panels, they're back in, and I've screwed them in as well so they won't move when I'm running the bike over them, hopefully anyway. The big toolbox is gone because most of the tools in the big toolbox are for my cars, so I've just kept the stuff that's specifically for motorbikes. You can see my little tool rack up there is a bit on the empty side. I will slowly stock it up. I will be duplicating some tools, you know, like a spanner set. I already have a spanner set, but I'll have another one just for in here, and the rest can be kept for my project cars and, you know, various other things. But that can come in time. Consumables up in the corner. And yeah, just a few more bits to clear out before I bring the bike back in. But yeah, it's looking good. I quite like it in here. Oh yeah, the lights are working. We've got LED lights up the top. Of course, we've got the ring lights on the side here. And another one there, not turned on at the moment. It's looking good. I'm going to bring the bike in, park it up, and a few finishing touches, and then we'll do a proper walk around. Alright, I tell a lie. I'm sort of going backwards a bit here. The bike is in, at least. It's off to one side though, because I've got tools all over the floor and hedge trimmer, which isn't working at the moment because I cut the cable with the hedge trimmer, which was rather silly of me. Never mind. I've done a few bits in here. Main thing though, we've gained a gazebo on the outside. Yeah. I've had it a while and didn't really know what to do with it, and then I had the idea of lashing it to the outside like I have there and extending the showroom. I don't plan on keeping much out here, but it's handy. It'll keep this space directly outside nice and dry. As you can see down here, well, maybe you can because it's getting dark. It's full of mud and stuff that I need to clear, but I'm not going to show that because this is supposed to be a biking series, not a gardening series. So yeah, I thought it was nearly done, but now I'm adding more to it. Back at work day after tomorrow. Kind of want to get this done now. Alright, I suppose I best carry on. Alright, I think I'm about there with this. Yeah. It's been about a week, or actually closer to 2 weeks, since the last segment of the video, about 4 seconds ago. But I think I'm about there with this now. I'll give you a quick walk around. We're stood out in the gazebo at the moment. You can probably hear it's raining. I've had to take the sides off. Fucking look at that. I need to do something with my garden at some point. I've had to take the sides off it because it seems the slightest bit of wind and this thing starts tearing itself to pieces. It was like coming off the ground. I've had to lash it to the shed there, weigh it down with bricks and all sorts. Yeah, I'm actually really quite disappointed in the quality of this thing. I mean, just look up here. That's just tearing apart for no reason. And yeah, and every day that it rains, I have to come and sort of push the roof up. Oh, there you go, and get the water off. Yeah, I'm quite glad I didn't pay full price for this. I can see why it was on clearance. Anyway, I'll give you a bit of a walk around. Got a ramp in, which is useful because it's a pain in the ass getting the bike up that step. I am slowly working on clearing the ground. This used to be a garden path. It's now just a bit of hard standing in the sort of, I'll call it the workshop annex or the showroom annex. I don't know, it's a sort of sheltered area that I've made out from. I do eventually want to extend this, but for now, what I'm doing is working through the wood chippings. I've ground up a load of trees that you can see over there because I'm working on clearing the garden slowly, and it slowly goes through my wood chipper and it helps to cover the floor and keep everything out of the mud. Old greenhouse, sort of pop-up greenhouse that I got from Wilco years ago. At the moment it's just got stuff stored in it like my ladder. Eventually I might turn that into something like, say, a spray booth, because there is some parts on the bike that I'm going to want to spray at some point. So yeah, that can stay there. It's all sort of lashed and tied to it, so that's fine where it is. Load of spare ratchet straps hung up just because I had nowhere else to put them. Yeah, they don't belong in here. They're just there for now because, again, I'm doing garden shit. Bin and such like. Go inside because there's not much. Oh, there is one more thing to see out here. I had a random bird cage. It's not a real bird cage, it's a decorative bird cage. But at some point I want to try and put a light in that so that I can be in and out when it's getting dark in the evening. And I just sort of hung it there for now because I thought that might look cool rather than just a bare light hanging when I get around to it. Because, you know, it needs to look cool as well as look functional. Anyway, let's go inside. Here is the beast sitting there. The flooring I took up and redid. I think I mentioned that earlier. We've got the lights working. The glue hasn't stuck on all the wiring, but fuck it, it's staying up there. And you're not really going to see it in videos. The lights are working, it's functional. Probably some electricians tearing the hair out of my wiring, but you know what? Nothing's going to happen, it's safe. Fuck off. Consumables up there, mostly fluids and like gloves and earplugs. Tool rack. up there. As you can see, I brought my biking gear down. I've got a place to hang the helmets up, just because this stuff takes up a lot of space in the wardrobe. I just thought it would be better to have it down here. Trousers and boots are down there. Yeah, tool rack I've mentioned. I still haven't got my second set of spanners, but whatever. Manuals and radio up there, because I do leave the radio on when I go, keep my bikes company. And of course I've got ring lights coming out my arse. That's about it. Oh yeah, that's something else I've been working on. My bag right there. Yeah, I've just sewn a load of patches on it. I've turned it into a rucksack. It's like a 1950s webbing pack from the British Army. I've turned it into a rucksack, put extra straps on it because I do things like that. Yeah, that's about all I can say about it. What a nice, safe, dry place to be keeping the bike. As you can see, there's room to be working on it as well, because I do intend to keep going with this biking series. The bike isn't yet finished. Still a lot of work needs to be done on it. This was a suggestion by a viewer in the comments section, you know, what I could do, because I am starting to struggle for some ideas. Yeah, let's have a workshop / showroom build. There you go. That's where I keep my bikes, and going forward, that's where you're going to see most of my videos coming from when I'm working on stuff. Will be in here. I think that's everything, actually. Doesn't feel like very long to talk about, considering how much work's gone into this, but there we go. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.